Go live. All right. Let's make sure everything is set. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm live. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. How are you? Welcome to Silver Screen Sundays. This is going to be very interesting. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I need to check my... sorry. Oh, gosh. Sorry about that. I've been wearing my lenses and it kind of... And last night I forgot to take my lenses when I was like cleaning my face before going to bed, and I got up in the middle of the night to go use the restroom, and I'm rubbing my eyes and my lenses just pop off. So they're a bit irritated. Anywho, so let me start again. Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I hope all of you are doing very well. So this is going to be Silver Screen Sunday, and today we're going to be doing a live reading for Elizabeth Short, who has subsequently, she's now been known as a Black Dahlia. I suppose more people would identify her as a Black Dahlia than as Elizabeth Short, right? So give me 1 second. Do you all have your beverage of choice? I made myself a cup of tea because I was like, I gotta have something, and I've been having a little bit of a headache all day, so I don't know. So do excuse me if I take a couple of sips of that. So hope you all can hear me, right? So let me say hello. Not that you can't hear me, of course you can. All right, so you can all hear me. Thumbs up, right? Okay. Cuba Lakeland. She goes, oh my God, I need to finish my housework. I think it was Tammy Melton was the one, I think, first message I saw of her way back when I had just set up the live stream, right? So, so hello, Tammy. All right, Cuba Lakeland, Sheldon Schaffner, looks like I'm early for a change. Brew Eyes Webster, hello. Shock Semler, hello. Some new names, Blue Eyes Webster and Shock Semler, I'm not too familiar with, but welcome to the Real Tarot. Gypsy Girl, hey girl, how are you? Debbie Bagley, Jacqueline Nell, Tainted Meat, Tammy Melton, Auntie Persephone, Crystal Pink, hey girl. Tainted Meat, Susie Q. Oh, okay. Oh, Susie Q also checked in early. Okay. Pauline Rab, hello, Pauline. Texas Patriot, of course. She's here in the house, isn't she? Okay. Leslie Bonito, Delwyn, Inaba, Kathleen Cheney, R. Tate, Connie Torres, Vivid Dreamer. Who else? Lucinda 5563, hey honey. Can see and hear you, okay? I like it when Texas Patriot puts all those emojis. I love seeing those emojis, actually. I really enjoy them. Kathleen Cheney, The Carriage House, Amaryllis, Star Miller, Ari Markel, Tammy Melton, Tammy Smith, Janet Farmer, Sheldon Schaffner, yeah. Ari Marquette, okay. Hey y'all. So I have my little, my cup of tea. So I have to share a little bit of an experience I had today. So we decided to take a gander and go to this little antique mall that's about 20 miles from where we live. Nah, not even 20. 15 miles from where we live. So we went, and on Sundays they open at 12, right? So I said, honey, I need to be back home no later than 3 o'clock, so I'll have enough time to prepare and, get ready for my live, right? So Mark was like, yeah, we can make it. So in the morning, I don't know whether you'll remember, I had said that once a month I take Bernie out to Wendy's and I get him his chicken nugget, his chimkin nuggets. We go through the drive-through and then we park over and then I give him his chicken nuggets and we kind of just sit there in the parking lot, and just enjoy the sun or wind or cold weather or whatever it is for about 10-15 minutes, and then it's like his once a month drive. Of course, he gets to go on drives otherwise too. And usually what happens is if we have to get something from Home Depot, Lowe's or anything, we usually run it there because he likes going to the stores. He really does going to those big stores. And the good thing is they do allow pets. And he is very well behaved. So everybody is always fawning over him. And then we do the PetSmart and all that stuff. And we don't necessarily buy from PetSmart all the time, but he likes to go and look at those critters in the cages, Oh my God, what are they called? I think I mentioned this earlier. He just likes to watch them play. And we do our rounds and all, and we came home, took him for a short walk, etc. And then I said, okay, let's go. So we went to this antique mall, and it was closed because they open at 12, and we were the first customers to be let in. And everything was fine. And this lady, I was standing there, so Mark and I split, and I said, you go look this way, and whatever, the usual, right? So I was standing in a corner, the corner stall, and there was a gentleman who works there, and he was asking me, he goes, Miss, is there anything you want to look at? Let me know. I can take it out of the, those display cases, etc. And I'd seen a beautiful jade butterfly. I don't know if it's jade or not, but it looked like jade to me, right? And it did say on the tag that it was 14 karat gold. So it was very interesting the way they had done the design work on it. So I said, I'd like to have a look at it. And he said, give me 1 second, I'll get the keys for you. And I was standing off the aisle. It wasn't like I was standing in the middle of the aisle. And this lady, I could sense her coming from behind, and she goes, excuse me. I was like, and I kind of just did this because there was enough of space in the aisle for 3 people to walk side by side and yet not be obstructed. So this gentleman also looked up, like probably to check to make sure that I wasn't blocking the aisle or whatever caught his attention. And he goes, and I just kept quiet. So we walked a couple of stalls inside there, and I suppose that was his aisle, where they walk around with the jangle of keys. And then I saw something else, and he was actually taking it out of the counter. And then same thing, we're standing towards the side, right, in the store, this big aisle, and she walks by me and she says, excuse me again. And I was like, what? And I was like, what do you mean again? Lady, how much space do you need? You have the whole dang aisle. What's your problem? You got to burr up your butt or something? And so he also looked up and he goes, Y'all, I got such a bad feeling about her. She didn't touch me. Besides saying excuse me and excuse me again, no words were exchanged. I didn't say a word to her. The moment she passed me by, I got so sick to my stomach. Like I felt such a wave of nausea hit me. Obviously Mark was walking around somewhere in the store, so I called him. I said, honey, I need to get out of here. And he goes, what's wrong? I said, I'm feeling sick. And he goes, sick like your headache, or sick your stomach, or what's going on? Are you feeling woozy? What? I said, no, it's the other kind of sick. And so when I say that, he knows it's because I'm picking up on some sort of a weird energy. And so he said, who is it? I said, let's not talk about it. Let's get out of here. So we were able to meet. And as we were walking through the whole mall to get to the exit, this psycho woman passed me by again. I have no idea who she is, y'all. I have no idea who this woman is. Never seen her before in my life. Okay? And she walks me back and she stops and she comes back a couple of steps and she looks at me and she goes, And so by then I had already told Mark, I said, it's her. And he goes, can I help you, miss? And she goes, no. And she walks off. I was so sick. I had to leave, and I couldn't make it all the way out of the store. I actually went into the restroom and I threw up. Like I was sick. So immediately, of course, we left and we came back home. We were supposed to go do something else. Came back home. I said, I can't do it. I just want to lay down for a bit. And I couldn't even sleep. So now I said, I want a cup of tea. So weird experience, y'all. I just don't get it. So weird experience. That lady was probably about a good 3-4 inches shorter than me, and she's probably, I don't know, maybe about 20-25 pounds lighter than me. Dark hair. She had her hair in a single long braid. You know how you put your hair in a ponytail and then you braid it, that kind. And she was wearing gray pants, like tights, and some sort of a shirt, and she was wearing a proper shirt over it, like not a hoodie. That's all I remember. She was carrying a bag. I couldn't tell you what kind of bag she was carrying, and she was tan skinned. I'm just saying, weird experience. So that's my story for the day. How about that? So yeah, okay, I missed a whole bunch of conversation. Pauline, okay, thanks for hitting that. Thank you, everybody. Stamila says she finally made it. Glad to have you. So Shock Semla says it's the mold. It's high here in San Antonio. I, I could go 20 different directions in that. Stamila is so excited she made it to the live. Yeah, that was a weird experience, y'all. Weird experience. So yes, Bunny, I waited to start this because Mark had taken Bunny for a short walk. So I waited for him to come in and then let him in, because he'll be outside the door if I shut the door, and he'll be like, Gypsy Girl says lizards. Huh? Yeah, he's a lucky boy, Sherilyn. I like to indulge him once in a way. The ferrets, yes, it's the ferrets. He doesn't get aggressive, like, you'd think that he'll get aggressive and he'll want to paw the cage and all. He doesn't. He just likes to sit. He actually goes up, like he'll stick his nose right up to the glass and he'll sit there and he just watches them. And you can see him tilting his head. It's the cutest thing. I have to film it next time. He's so cute. What happened? Delvin says, oh, someone, yeah, I don't know what the energy about her was really bad. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, as an empath, we do feel that. You're right. Absolutely. And when Mark said, can I help you, miss, or whatever, and the way she kind of turned and looked like that, it's like, I don't know what it is about that woman. I don't know what. See, but then again, we were just talking about it while we were driving back home. I don't ever remember that face. I don't ever remember. And I asked Mark, I said, Mark, do you remember ever crossing paths with this lady? No. Then the two of us, we were thinking, did we cut her off or something? Or did we kind of reach for something that she was looking at or something? Sometimes people get offended, right? And we were both trying to kind of think about that. We were the first people, the lady actually opened the doors and we were the first two people to enter. So it's not like we cut her off, and we were trying to, maybe we did, or maybe we kind of, cut in front of her or reached for an object she was looking for, and we didn't. And I'm like, why? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. She could have had some weird energy around her. That's true. That is true. Who's this? Queen of Wands. You're right. That is very, very, yeah, I know. But see, Jacqueline, you're right. I can draw a card and see what it's about, but I don't know if I really want to, just feeding in more energy. Yeah, I can't, Ari. It's difficult for me, even if I go to these antique stores. Forget about antique store, even going to the mall. It's very difficult for me to stay there for a long time. Mark will tell you, it'll be like, I don't go and like la-di-da. He likes going to antique malls. Like, I'll do my rounds really quickly. Usually I can tell which are the stores. Who's that? Pamela. Hey, Pamela. Thank you so much. Oh, happy Valentine's. Thank you, Pamela. I so appreciate your generosity. Thank you. Thank you for just being here. So I do appreciate you. So he knows I usually go really quick, and then I'll be like, honey, I'll wait outside, and I'm okay. He takes his time. I'm outside and just enjoying the air and whatever. So Ina said something. What did Ina say? So I can only listen for a while. Wish me luck. What's going on, Ina? I had the bright idea to make everyone at work a vase full of Valentine's candy. Oh, Ina, good girl. You. Why you do this to yourself, Ina? Yeah, Janet, it doesn't explain the energy, but you know what? Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to pull a really quick card and see what that is about. Seriously, I will. I will. Pamela, thank you so much. Pamela, thank you so much. And Ina, good for you for volunteering, but girl, you brought it on yourself. What can I say? Hang on one second, y'all. So weird, y'all. Look at what card I got for her. It's a star card. I wonder why. I'm not making the connection. Because the star card stands for hope, inspiration from an unexpected source, but it also does talk. The star card also talks about like being half in shadow and half in light. So not everything is exposed. It's not like how when the spotlight kind of goes like that. Sometimes you're half in shadow and then half in light. You know what I mean? That's part of the star card thing. Interesting. Let me pull another card. Because it's very interesting. I have to think about this. I have to think about what the correlation is between that energy I picked up from that lady and holding back. I'm going to pull one more card. Something is up, y'all. I think my path is going to cross with her again, because I got the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups as well for her. So Four of Pentacles is obviously holding on. It's insecurity. It's holding on tightly. It's not wanting to let go of. And then the Queen of Cups does talk about emotions. It does talk about somebody. Traditionally, Queen of Cups is somebody who is very balanced, emotionally is able to provide that stability, that nurturing, that loving, that kind of a nature. And of course, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But it also talks about the healing. Somebody, it's like how good emotions can heal you. So I'm not making the connection. I really am not making the connection. I don't know. If any of y'all know, let me know. Elena online says, comes in puffing, I made it. No, I didn't have Bernie. So we did all the morning runs with this Wendy's run and the store. And then we brought him and left him back and took him for a shot. Came home. I had Mark drop me off on the top of the street. I said, you go home, I'll walk him home. Came home, left him, just hung around for 10-15 minutes and then we left. So he wasn't with me. Oh, gypsy girl. No, honey. Sherilyn Sharpness is because you're such a kind and giving person. Inabag, carriage house and Sherilyn, I don't know. Because Inabag is like that. She is very giving. Girl, I know if I run into her again, I really am going to actually stop her, because I won't forget her face. I'm going to stop her. And I have had on occasion had physical reactions. I have. And so we were thinking, Mark, the first thing, did you eat something that's not sitting with your stomach? Is it a headache? Are you getting a migraine? Is it something else? You run through all your checklists, right? It wasn't none of that. So I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, they could be. There is a chance. Gypsy girl, you're right. Maybe she's just one of those people. I don't know. Okay, let's get on with it. Enough of her energy. I think I've given her enough energy and to heck with it, right? My tea is cold, but dang it, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to drink it. I'm one of those people, y'all. Beverage means it has to be super hot. All right. So, disclaimer. These are my observations. These are my opinions. Do your own due diligence. Do your own research. Form your own conclusions. You know, the usual I have to go through. This for entertainment purposes only. One thing I do want to say, I have to thank Texas Patriot again, because she's the one who said, Ari Markel, thank you, Ari, for your generosity. Oh, thank you so much to Pamela and to Ari. Thank you so very much. Because she was, Texas Patriot was saying, why don't you do her reading on Sunday, silver screen, right? It was only right. And she's right. I'm glad I'm doing this for her on silver screen Sunday. Laverne, I've been thinking of my late father. Yeah, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, because I like Tweety Bird, and Mark always gets me something to do with Tweety Bird every year. Shock Sembla says probably my son's soon to be ex-wife. No, Pauline, you don't need to apologize. You're fine. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I am blessed with Mark, I have to say. No, Janet, you know what? It's so weird, because those of us who are empaths and who are, we can sense it. You can sense when somebody is going to be receptive to your sending them positive energy, because right off the bat, you get hit like that. At times like that, you can't do anything. She's one of those. So anyway, yeah, so the Elizabeth Short. So one thing I want to tell you guys that is so weird, because just now before I started the computer, I was like, I didn't have a date of birth. I do now, but I was like, oh my God, Elizabeth Short, I don't have a date of birth. I have to look up her date of birth. And instead of saying Elizabeth Short, my mind is telling me as Elizabeth Smart. Even now, as I'm saying Elizabeth Short, my mind is saying Elizabeth Smart. So I have a feeling Elizabeth Smart is also somebody who's knocking on the door and saying, do a reading for me, and I think I will. Okay. Yes, we are live, Afro-Human. Smiling is contagious. Hi, Afro-Human. Hi, Scout Inquirer. Hi. Yeah, we are live. Okay, let's get started. So Elizabeth Short, she was born on July 29th, 1924. And her date of death has been pronounced as Jan 15th, 1947. So she is a Leo, correct? Is she a Leo? July 29th. Yeah, she is a Leo. April, May, June, July. Yeah, she is a Leo. So when I did her numbers or whatever astrology thingy I do, 7, 7, and 10. So 10 is a number I arrived at on for her date of death, but we are not sure, because date of death as opposed to date she was found, there could be a little bit of difference, but we'll just go with what was on the internet, right? So when we talk about 7, 7, so 7th house, right? And she's a Leo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th house is Aquarius, right? So 7th house talks about friends, marriage, partners, contracts, relationships, and such. Now, when we talk about the 7th house, keep in mind for Leo, 7th house is Aquarius. Now, Leo is a fire energy, right? It's all about, go big or go bigger type. Well, not go big or go big, but it's taking leadership. It's taking the initiative. It's taking action. It's being bold. It's being brave. It's like, I'm going to go and try it. I'm going to go. Leos are not necessarily shy people. They're not afraid to sit in the driver's seat and say, let's go, right? And then you throw in Aquarius. Now, Leo is ruled by the sun. And then you throw in Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Now, as we know, Saturn is restrictions. Saturn is sit tight and learn your lesson. Hey, Carmel, good to see you. Thank you so much, Carmel, for your generosity. Thank you. And welcome, Carmel, and welcome, Carol Little as well. So when you have a planet, a star sign that is ruled by the sun, which is big, bright, and, in your face, light, right? And then you throw in Saturn and Uranus, it's quite the opposite. Now, the Sun and Saturn don't necessarily always get along very well. They're not the best of friends necessarily, because the Sun is, and he agrees, and the Sun is bright, light, and Saturn is darkness. right? So Saturn is always looking at the most deepest aspects of our human nature, of our emotions, etc. And the sun is all about the nice, fine, bright stuff, all the glitzy, gold, shining stuff. And then you throw in Uranus, and Uranus talks about Uranus is air, and Uranus is all about sudden changes and shocks. So it is no doubt, I guarantee, if I don't know her time of birth, I guarantee that if you were to look at her horoscope and her chart, there would have been some clear indications of the planetary positions Saturn, Pluto, and Uranus, which would indicate, yes, it's going to be a fatality, right? It's going to be an ending of life. So that's one thing. It's very clearly evident. And something else that I want to talk about, I know it's a little bit off subject, but I just want to talk about, I don't know how many of y'all have actually watched the news. I mean, well, the way I talk, I'm sure everybody watches the news. Listen to me now. That they were talking about it in the news. I just saw it. Was it today? Yeah, today or yesterday. That now they're questioning the cause of Bob Saget's death, because they're saying that the diagnosis was that he must have fallen and hit his head against something, and not realizing how severe he was, he must have said, oh, it kind of hurts, I'll just go to bed, I'll be fine in the morning, and fell asleep, and then must have had internal bleeding and he died. But now they are saying it's not one spot that the skull was fractured, is cracked. They say it was cracked at the back, okay, and they say on the side and in the front. So how could this person have fallen such that he has fractured 3 different places, the front, the side, and the back? Interesting, isn't it? So even if he had fallen and if his head had bounced like that, then how do you explain the fracture on the side? And those must, so if he has fallen and bounced back, that, so therefore fracture, then it must have been quite severe. Then how then again did he fall hard enough to fracture on the side? So it's all weird, right? And I have actually watched Bob Saget live in Irvine Improv in Southern California. I watched his improvs over there. He's just an awesome guy. Oh my God, I've had the pleasure of meeting with him, and I think somewhere I have a picture. You know how they stand at the entrance when the show's over and you can go by and get the autograph and take a picture? Really nice man. Oh my God. Great sense of humor. And you would never believe it, y'all. The guy has, actually, he had a potty mouth, but from a comedic standpoint. And he's a tall dude. Like, I'm 5'10", and when I wear heels, I'm 6'1", 6'2", whatever. He was towering over me. He was at least 6'4", 6'5". He's a tall man. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if there's something going on over there. So anyway, we'll see. So let's get on with this. Again, I missed a lot of this. 1:15:47. Yeah, that's the date I got Texas Patriot. Thank you. No blood. Yeah. All right. So shall we get started? He was such a good man. I really liked him. Yeah, and in a hotel room too. How? And the news person was saying that maybe when he went to drop his car off in the airport, you know, how you open the boot and then you knock your head. And that happens in my household a lot because both my boys are tall and Mark is tall. I'm not that tall, so I don't hit my head. But these guys are constantly knocking the head when they open the boot, you know, the edge of it. And I always have to say, mind your head, mind your head. You know, they always get knocked. So yeah, there's a possibility. You know, I mean, you're right, Gypsy Girl. He must have tried to get up and fallen again, but that's a hard fall to crack his skull like that. Yeah, he was 6'5". He is tall. Yeah, tall. I stood right next to him and I was wearing heels. And heck, girl, I wear heels. I don't care. He was much taller than me. Okay, Elizabeth Short, let's get on with her. Because we've gabbed on enough, right? Okay. So before I do anything, I'm going to pick charms. What? Jacqueline L. Okay, I'm not going to post her. Oh, hold on, Jacqueline. I'll read your comment later. That's right. He would have passed out outside. So, E. Do any of us know what Elizabeth's middle name was? I couldn't find a middle name for her. Susie Q, you crack me up, girl. Oh my God, Susie Q, you're too funny. Just as I say, Susie Q, Q pops up. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to pick up 2 more. D, oh my God, I'm telling you, if R or J pop up, I mean R or H pop up, I'm going to have a fit. I'm going to fall off my seat. Hey, Rockin' Robin. Do any of you remember when Hodel died? Give me 1 second, okay? When did Dr. Hodel? So he died on May 16th, 1999. So what I got was E as in Elizabeth, I as in India, T as in toy, Q as in Queen, L as in Larry, D as in David, the numbers 6, 4, and 6. So we'll see what that means. Okay, I'm going to keep those charms outside. Thank you. Yeah, she's been on with me all week. Yeah, she has. So let's focus on Elizabeth. Elizabeth Short. Can anybody tell me what her middle name is? Because I wasn't able to find it. Can anybody tell me what Elizabeth Short's middle name is? Earth. Leo. Well, she shows up at a reading. I'm not surprised. These two. Aquarius. Not surprised. Libra. So Aquarius is the time of Aquarius is when she died, right? Neptune. So let's take a look at it. So we have the Earth card, right? So the Earth card talks about, the Earth, everything that is materialistic, that is associated with the Earth, that is grounding, that is, a little bit more solidity, more permanent, more binding, more stable, that sort of a stuff. And the Earth also does talk about very earthly, what's the word? Carnal kind of aspirations, carnal inclinations, that sort of a stuff, right? And the Earth also does symbolize Mother Earth, feminine, the female form, right? I'm going to say right off the bat, I do not know how many of us are aware of it, or maybe we all are aware of it, that I'm going to say she had a really good figure. And I'm getting hot. Excuse me, y'all. Like, she had a really good figure, okay? So she's saying, Hey, okay, and then we have, a Leo. Now, again, I'm going to go back to Dr. Hodel because there is definitely going to be some crossover because I want to know I forgot, I don't keep the papers, I throw them away. Let me make sure. So Hodel was born on October 10th. So she's a Leo. He has nothing to do with Leo. Okay, great. I just wanted to cross check. So she's a Leo. She's showing up in her own reading. That's her first house. And the first house talks about herself. So she was always very, very cognizant and very self-aware of her body, of herself. And yes, she did turn, wherever she went, like she says that people would turn and look at her because she was so striking. She was so striking. People would turn and look at her, and she says she would consciously make an effort to wear the kind of clothes that would emphasize her looks, emphasize her skin, emphasize her hair, emphasize, so the colors that she would always choose. She says she never really cared for light colored clothes. She always preferred the darker ones, the darker colors in the spectrum. She goes aubergine, so purple, garnet, and she goes emerald. She likes emerald, dark green emerald. So she preferred to go towards the darker colors that were, if you would look at it at a certain angle, it almost looked like black, but it wasn't black. You know what I mean? So she preferred really dark colors. So, and she's saying that was so far off of being, a Leo because, Leos don't necessarily gravitate towards such dark colors. But somewhere along the line, she realized that dark colors suited her. Whenever she wore dark colors, she says that people would turn and look at her. So she quickly realized that dark colors really brought out her features or made her stand out. God, I can't even speak. So she said, henceforth, I started wearing dark colors. Then we have Aquarius. Aquarius, as we know, is ruled by Saturn and Uranus, and it's no wonder because Saturn also likes dark colors, just so you know, and Uranus also, right? So we have clearly these two are confirmed, right? Leo and Aquarius. So the 7th house and the first house very, very aspected. So the first house is all about yourself. The 7th house is about friends, partners, contracts, relationships, etc. And then you throw in Libra, right? Libra here. And Libra, what is Libra? So she's a Leo. Libra is her 3rd house, and 3rd house is immediate environment and short trips. And Libra is all about balance, and Libra is Venus. Libra is ruled by Venus. Now think about it. She's a very Leonine person, right? And then you throw in Saturn and Uranus that talks about the almost the magnetic dark side, not like in an evil way, but the deeper, darker, side of her character. Again, not in an evil way at all. It's almost like, you come across as being if somebody were to look at you, they'll be like, oh, she's such a sweet young thing, but she really is one sexy mama type of thing. You know what I mean? So she had that side of her character too. But for her, she's saying that with the Libra thrown in there, I feel for sure that she was definitely trying to find a happy medium and find a balance. But the Libra also says that it's all about her immediate environment. So exactly where she lived, which street, what her address was, I don't know. But she did die in close proximity to her residence or such. Then we are going to look at Neptune, and Neptune is rules Pisces, and Neptune is water, and Neptune is all about confusion, illusions, and dreams. I'm going to tell you, this lady, she did not die. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to center myself. I'm getting my words mixed up. Not mixed up. I'm not saying the right words. That's because my mind is going 100 miles an hour. She did not die on terra firma. She died in water. Which leads me to think, if you remember in Hodel's thing, I said that the thing about the bathroom or the shower or the tub was very, very prominent. I'm going to say that she did die in water because this Neptune, so it was all about Neptune is confusion, illusion, and dreams, but Neptune is also water. So you go sit in the bathtub. How many times have we heard cases, they go sit in the bathtub and they're drinking some, I don't know, whatever, gin and juice or wine or whatever, I don't know. And then they kind of fall asleep and slip into the tub and they end up dead or something like that. So she definitely did not die on earth, like on land. It was definitely in water. Definitely in water. No, that's not the one. This one. Okay. That's interesting. No, I'm being told to wait. So we'll set this aside for now. I'm being told to wait, not to use the shells. So we'll wait. Oh, really? Oh, I see it now. Yeah, maybe in a little bit the sun is going to start hitting my eyes. Just seen that. Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, wow. Yeah. Y'all, I also have to say, I got a brand new candle out for her. This is the candle I was trying to find yesterday. It's a Yankee candle thingy. It says buttercream. Oh my God, it is so divine. It is so divine. I could just like, if this were a scent, I'd just pour it all over me. Very beautiful lady, very beautiful lady. She was a strikingly beautiful lady. But it's funny, she says, I know I would never have been the main star, but I would have been very popular as a vamp in the movies. And she says, I was okay with it. I wouldn't have minded a career like that, right? Thank you, Pauline. Thank you, Texas. Yeah, Auntie, everybody's saying, yeah, so that is interesting when, and it's the same room, y'all. Hey, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. She's saying she was afraid of spiders. She's saying she was afraid of spiders. She's also talking about a malted drink. She goes, that was her favorite. A malted drink. I don't know what flavor. Malted drink. If any of y'all know, let me know. She talks about a malted drink. Maybe that's why she was okay with wearing such dark colors, because she must have realized, what, if I'm going to kind of start building my image, my persona, and maybe dressing in dark colors and wearing dark lipstick, etc., and I go for I was going to say interviews, but for screen tests, then they take a look at me and say, oh yeah, she'll do as a vamp, type of thing, right? Malt milkshake, yeah, something malted drink. She says, I don't know what you know what? Oh my God, Auntie, I was thinking eggnog. Could be an egg cream. I don't know. In that time, it was popular. I wouldn't know, but I don't know what her favorite is. Like I actually thought of eggnog, and I was thinking eggnog is not necessarily a malted drink, right? But what do I know? Ovaltine. Yes, I thought of Ovaltine. I don't know what flavor, but. She had a scar, she says. She says she had a scar, but not many people knew of it. It was a scar she got when she was a child doing some monkey business, like, kids being kids doing some crazy stuff. she says she had a scar, and she's actually showing me it was on her breast, like this part, like not on her boobies or not on her neck, but on this part. She said it was very faint, but if you would look really close, you could see it. So I don't know what that is about. And she goes, oh, I was being silly, she goes. I was being silly. Okay, you ready for my stick figures? So I'm going to draw a house. Okay, you guys ready for it? Now, if you all laugh at me and say anything about my housekeeping, what am I even saying? My drawing skills about a house, and you guys don't laugh at me. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So this is the roof, right? And there is one big window here, right? And then you have the main door, right, over here. And then you have this, right? Right, and then all this is grass. Okay, so okay, please don't laugh at me, y'all. Okay, so this is her. This is the house, right? Can you see? Oh God, there. You see these steps? You see these steps here? Okay, so the steps, what she's saying is the last step that hits the ground, one of them was slightly broke. So there, you know, the wood part of it, one of them was slightly broke in the side. So she's showing me that. I don't know why. So I don't know why she's showing me that. She's showing me that very particularly about that step being broken. I have no clue. We'll figure it out. And she's also saying, she's also saying 4 steps, 4 threads. I don't know usually how many. Full name, hey Diva 369, so Elizabeth Short is, okay. Judgment. Okay, let's get out the Emperor. The Pope, oh my goodness. The Devil card. So let's talk about it. So the Judgment is again ruled by Pluto, right? The Judgment card just talks about forgive and forget. Then the Emperor is an Aries card, and it talks about somebody who has the ability to be a leader, somebody who has the ability to make decisions such that will impact other people. And then we have the Pope, right, or the Hierophant, right, in this case is 5, which is a Taurus card, right? It talks about mercy, compassion, and need for approval, yada yada. But that is also symbolic and representative of organizations, be it like the church, be it like any institution, be it like somewhere where there are a small group of people who are in power. Okay, and then you have the Devil. I am going to go off the deep end. I think I've lost my marbles. I'm going to say this, and everybody's going to get all up in arms, but I don't give a flying fiddlestick. Whoever did this to her, okay, whoever did this to her, Judgment, it was done to appease a higher power. So it was almost sacrificial. And this person was top in the organization, Emperor in the organization, and the organization. Now, am I going to say is it devil worship? I don't know. I don't think I'm comfortable calling it devil worship, but whatever it was that they were doing, this organization was not necessarily above board. This organization was a small group of people, powerful people, very small group of people, always hidden in the dark recesses of society. But when you were to look at them on a day-to-day basis, they were like, oh wow, John Doe, he's got a beautiful house, white picket fences, and the quintessential, nice car, nice family, the 2.5 kids and 1.5 dogs, and that sort of stuff, with the pool in the backyard and all that. Little do you realize that this same individual is the one who is doing all this nefarious stuff, because he's also a part of this other nefarious group of people or organization. Now, this same man will go to church every Sunday. This same man will go and he will probably keep Lent, and he will probably go on Ash Wednesday and Good Friday, and same man will do all of that, but on the side he is doing all of this. I almost see somebody. This is a picture. The moment you enter this person's house, you will see a picture. So it's not a straight on picture like this. They're looking like this. Like, how your body is positioned like this, but you turn and you do this. That is a picture I'm seeing. The moment you enter the person's house, you are going to see a picture of a male like that. I don't know whose house this is. Oh, already. All right, girlfriend. All right. So Libra. So 1, 2, 3. Yes, we figured. Close proximity. We figured that. We got that. Okay. But it was also a lot of control. This organization is all about control. This organization is all about controlling people. It's all about sexual control as well. It's like controlling people through sex, luring people in, the shadow side of. So, how shall I phrase this? So, as human beings, right, it's just natural for all of us to want to have sexual relations, whatever. And, okay, I'm getting a little bit into graphics kind of over here, TMI maybe. But, some of us like just plain old boring sex, and some of us like different kinds of sex, right? This is completely different on a completely different level, like on a completely different level. And not a very nice side to sex and sexuality, not at all. Maybe, Auntie, you're right. Who knows? Hey, drive safe, Persephone. So I have the 2 of Wands, okay? Then I have the 8 of Swords. So 2 of Wands does talk about waiting, to make plans, okay? I guarantee she actually had plans of wanting to go somewhere for the weekend, but she was lured into this situation by this individual, right? And she was held captive. She planned on, she's saying, I was going to go away for a weekend somewhere, okay? But at the very last minute, I got this whatever, say, hey, come join us, this, that, and the other. And she was like, no, I don't want to, but come on, join us. Come on, it'll be fun. And she goes, and then she was restricted. She was restrained. Oh, tainted me. I didn't know. She goes, Kirtana, she had surgery on her lungs when she was 15 because of severe asthma attack. Could that be the scar? Oh, wow. I did not know that. Could be. Could be, girl. You're right, Delvin. That's typical of cults. Scotch is a malt. Yeah. Look at this. This little thing hanging on the side like that. Oh, whatever. She talks about a particular fragrance, and she says that fragrance is not very nice. And she goes, when she entered this person's house, she almost gagged. She says because it smelled like frankincense. And she says patchouli. Now I have frankincense and patchouli. I have to actually go take it out and describe it. I have the essential oils. She says it smelled like frankincense and patchouli, and then she says it smelled like stale meat. And she said, I almost gagged. And immediately the person said, let me get you a drink. So when she got her drink, she says, my nose was buried in the drink because I was trying to inhale the aroma from the drink to kind of take away from the smell. You know what I mean? It's weird, right? Frankincense and patchouli. She's very clearly telling me frankincense and patchouli and stale meat. Ugh. Oh, that's gross. I don't even want to. Yeah, please, Persephone, be smart when you're driving. Please don't text and drive. We are not going to... Persephone, do not text and drive. Get off the phone to be safe. Yeah, I'm holding the cards right. And then we have the King of Cups in reverse. So whoever this individual is absolutely has complete control over his emotions. Complete control over the emotions. Now, let me tell you something very interesting, that this person, this card is right on this card. This card is on this card. So whoever this individual is, the King of Chalices in the reverse, it says completely lacking emotions. Completely lacking emotions or totally in control of his emotions. Either way. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. She goes, there's a lot of crystal. What I'm seeing is that there's a lot of crystal in the house. Crystal interiors. Yeah, it is so weird. I want to say even the interiors of that, what I'm seeing, it's almost like the shades are drawn, the curtains are drawn, and it's dark and it's heavy furniture. It's not that light, airy, bright type of furniture. It's heavy, dark colors. It's weird. Like dark. Everything is dark, dark, dark. The walls, everything. I don't know what that means. Graphic, disclaimer, TMI, be warned. I'm seeing coagulated blood. No wonder the smell. Ew. I don't know what that is though. But it's funny, she also, like earlier she mentioned, oh my God, look at my lens just self-adjusted. Did my lens, did y'all see it zoom in and zoom out? Did it show on the camera? I'm looking here at my big camera. I can see it. Oh wow, I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and look. It's funny she should mention randomly like that she's afraid of spiders. Why would she tell me that? Okay. So it was being drawn in on the pretext of, hey, I find you attractive, come on in, all that touchy-feely kind of stuff. You know how, I know I shouldn't say this, but then again, we know it's a fact. You know how sometimes some guys, they get all handsy, and then you're like, dude, dial it back a little, man. Like, what the hey? She says that's what happened, that very romantic, and let me get you a glass of champagne, and let me get you let me take your coat, and that sort of stuff, like very trying to present this very romantic, very caring type of a thing, welcome. And it's so weird. Why would she say that? She was offered a drink. There was something in her drink. she was offered a drink and there was something in her drink, and she said, initially when I smelled that patchouli and that frankincense and dried meat, I said, oh, that smells bad. They said, oh, hang on, let me get you a drink, you'll feel a little bit better, maybe you came in from the outside or whatever, here, have a drink. And then she was more than drinking it, she said she was like sniffing the drink, like I said earlier, to get rid of that smell. And she says, well, subsequently she did have something, and she said she was given 2 drinks. So the first one she had, and the second one she started like this. She says the second one is when she felt that, oh, I feel good, I feel nice. Maybe it was after the second drink that she was actually feeling the effects of all that alcohol. And it's so weird. She's telling me, I never felt any pain. I don't know why she's telling me she never felt any pain, which leads me to wonder if something was put in a drink and she was already out of it when whatever happened to her. So in a way, I think it's good that she didn't feel any pain, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm not in any way, shape or form saying that, oh, it was okay that whatever happened to her. That's not what I'm saying. If she was sedated, right, before they basically butchered her body, saving grace that she was sedated and she didn't feel pain, if you know what I mean. It's so weird. Y'all, this is really some creeped out stuff, y'all. So I do understand, I do acknowledge, I do agree. I know there is a dark side to society, as we all do. I also am very cognizant of the fact that, they're all these so-called devil worshippers and all satanic cults and this, that, and all that. It happens the world over, okay? That stuff is not going to stop. As much as we try, it's not going to stop. It is not going to stop. There are people in all walks of life, in all societies, every culture, every country that has a sect or part of society that believes in that and that does that, and they'll always get away with it. I'll tell you what, out of 100 of those people, they may be able to track 1 or 2 down and hold them responsible, put them in jail or give them the death sentence or whatever. But the other 98, 99 of them are going to be doing just fine. It is almost impossible to get to all of them, because those are like, you chop one head off, like 20 heads will pop up. It's like that, unfortunately. I completely understand that, yes, there is that part of society, that part of evil nature to mankind. I get it. But I'm going to say, I feel like it's almost like there was something to do with collecting blood. Maybe that's why I was also shown that coagulated blood too. It's a weird thing. I don't know if anybody has pictures to that fellow I'm convinced it is Hodel. I don't know if anybody has pictures to his home, or what his interiors looked like way back when, if they have any pictures floating around somewhere in the interweb. But if anybody can look, I see very clearly dark interiors. I also see a lot of crystal. Now, yes, a lot of people will say, well, Kitana in the 40s and all, crystal was the thing. Well, possibly, sure. But it's normal for people of that level of society to have a certain percentage of crystal and china and bone china and this and that. And I get it. But this is an unusual amount of crystal, if you think disproportionately more. If you get what I mean. The chandeliers and the lights and everything is crystal everywhere. Right? And I'm also going to say one thing, that this is a well-kept house. And there are weird rooms. If anybody can confirm the steps, and if one part of that, of course we can't look at pictures now, we have to look at pictures going back then, because she's showing me then that one step at the side at the corner is broke. Like it's not broke right in the middle, it's broke on the side. So when you come down the steps straight down, you're not going to fall. But if you come down and then go take a sudden left and step on that, you may kind of twist your ankle. It's so weird that she's showing me that one step. I don't know why as yet. It'll come through. But one thing I'm also saying is, you know how you have the what you call the sunlight thingy? What do you call that? Yeah, it's to let the sunlight, right? The big windows that you have on top, on the slanting roofs or whatever, right? There is one on that house. But another thing I'm saying is, with all the crystals, that crazy amount of crystal in the house, it's almost to give us that illusion of reflections, different reflections, and it also, in a certain lighting, it disorients people. That's what I'm being told. I don't know anything beyond that. Okay, now let's do the... It's so funny, she's saying it's not just Hodel. She's saying it's not just him. She's saying he's not the only one. I had to get a confirmation for that. I'm like, what the heck? So were there more people involved in this group, in this organization? That's kind of making me a little bit. Let me look at this. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. Oh wow, I got a lot of text messages. And this is regarding the case, so hang on 1 second, okay? Oh my goodness! What are the odds that I should do an A-frame? Oh wow, that's so creepy. That is so creepy. Y'all, let me show you. Okay, this is like seriously creeping me out, okay? Oh wow, oh my goodness. I'm getting the creepos, girl. Hang on 1 second. So, look at all this stuff, all the lights. Hang on, y'all, hang on. This one picture I want to show you. Okay, this is like, okay, it's like, okay, Kirtana, stop, right? Don't let your imagination get crazy. Do you all see this picture? Wait, let me disconnect that. Do you all see that picture? You see that weird, that spiky, horny shape? Not horny, horn shape. Look at the top of this devil. Somebody tell me I'm imagining stuff. Somebody please tell me I'm imagining stuff, because I'm about to lose my mind. Am I losing my mind? Have I lost my mind? Is this all in my head? I know it's not, because I'm looking at it. So what a weird structure. Look at this house. Oh my God. Okay, so Texas Patriot, I assume this is Hodel's house, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Oh God. Look at the steps, right? Look at the steps, y'all. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't show her name. Okay, so one of my other friends here, he bought it in 1945. Gypsy girl, hang on, sweetheart. Thank you for sending me this. I just want to see a picture. Yeah. It's a weird house, y'all. Come on. Okay, so see, it's so weird. So it says here, once inside the house, okay, whatever. I'm trying to see. Okay, I won't go into it because it's very long. But thank you for sending me that, both of y'all. But it's so weird, no? How that house is thing. Okay, hang on. Let's get back to this. Stained glass, etc. Yeah, very gothic, right? She goes, yes, but he's not the only one who was there. Excuse me. He's not the only one. She goes, he's not the only one. He's not the only one. I'm hearing two names, Johnny and Terence. I don't know who that is. Johnny and Terence. Yeah, let me just go close that screen because the sun is really getting to me. I want to leave it, but then again, I don't want to. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. It just gets too much for me and I can't, like, it starts bothering my eyes, so I have to, although the lighting is really beautiful, right? But, oh my God, it's blinding, it's blinding. So John and Terence, I don't know who that, John, Johnny or Terence, why is a cat, this is driving me insane here, hang on. The candle flame is going 20 different directions here and the fan is not on, the air is not on. Thank you. It's the weirdest thing, y'all. I don't know what this means, but she's saying somehow the conversation, she's saying somehow, okay, okay, she's saying somehow the conversation kept led to somebody asking me if I had ever had a child. And I said no. And then somebody else asked me if I'd ever had a child. And I said no. Then she says there was a lady. What I'm seeing, what I'm being shown is there's another lady who was dressed in a very nice, very simple, plain dress. Very elegant, very simple. And it's almost a very light lavender. Very light, very elegant dress. Good quality stuff. You can tell it's like good quality. I don't know what she looks like. I don't know what color her hair is. But she's definitely light-skinned. I cannot see what color her eyes are, but the dress for some reason is standing out because it's a very light lavender color dress. And guess what? Elizabeth is wearing a very dark, dark dress, almost a greenish, greenish black, like dark olive green. It's almost black, or it's black with a tinge of green. And it's such a contrast. Maybe that's why she's showing me that particular dress. And that dress is worn by one of these people's wife. Okay. And she's saying they kept asking me if I had a baby. They kept asking me if I had a baby. And then the woman in the dress, she says, "Would you like to have a baby? Would you consider ever having a baby?" And she goes, I was surprised. Why are they asking me if I've had a baby? Why are they so interested in knowing if I've had a baby? And why are they asking me if I would like to have a baby at some point in my life? She said that was kind of funny. And she goes, I asked and everybody laughed it off. And we were like, oh, you want to be in Hollywood, you have to maintain your figure. You know what that does to having a baby. And she asked the lady if she had a baby, and the lady said she did. Wait, what? I don't know if it's John Simmons. I said John. I heard John and Terrence. I don't know who Terrence is. Now I'll tell you, Torrance, Torrance, is a city in California around Los Angeles, and I know where that is. But I heard Terrence. I don't know. City of Torrance, Terrence, and John. I don't know. Don't know. Could be organ harvesting. Yeah. Hang on, Texas Patriot. Let's. Oh, he was Aleister Crowley's good friends. Could have all been a big group. Oh, whoa, okay. Calm down, yo, calm down. So I have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this is the Seven of Pentacles, but it was in the reverse, so I'll take it in the reverse. Then I have the Chariot card was in the reverse. Chariot card was in the reverse. Then I have the Six of Swords in the upright. Am I holding the cards in the reverse? No, I'm not. So when you have the Seven of Pentacles does talk about patience and hard work and success and waiting and that sort of a stuff. And then you have the Chariot card, right, in the traditional sense. And then you have the Chariot card, and the Chariot card is a Cancer card, right? And it talks about, and it's a Cancer ruled by the moon, and it talks about maintaining focus. It talks about balance and attention to detail. And then you throw in over there the Six of Swords in the upright, and the Six of Swords says moving away towards making a transition and moving away. So I do believe with this with the Seven of coins in reverse, the conversation must have led to, do you realize how difficult it is to break into Hollywood and to be able to be successful? And she goes, I'm very much aware of it. And she goes, but I'm willing to put in the effort, and I'm willing to wait. And so with the Chariot card in the reverse, I feel like they were trying to convince her and say, it takes a lot of hard work and effort. It's impossible for you to be able to maintain all of that focus and attention and all that, to be able to get to where you think you want to get to Hollywood. It's a lot of hard work. Let us show you a different way. Let us show you a different avenue. I almost feel like they were trying to convince her and say, hey, so-and-so no, so-and-so, so-and-so no. So I think that's the pitch they might have made to her, to say that come to this party, because they somehow figured out that she was wanting to get into Hollywood and do that. Hey, so-and-so, is somehow connected to somebody in Hollywood. Why they're inviting us for a party. Why don't you come? Do you really have to go out on a weekend? Don't you think this will help you in your career? And that must have been the draw. And she said, okay, I'll go. So, and I feel like whatever was propositioned to her would have put the brakes on her progressing in Hollywood, because I do feel like they tried to offer her something, and she's telling me, now I understand. She's saying, I understood later why they kept asking me if I had had a baby and if I wanted to have a baby, because I think they must have wanted to, she's using the word, not me, breed me. That's what she's saying. And the Six of Swords, she says, at that point in time, she was like ready to move away. She's like, I was ready to leave. And I'm telling you, if the next card comes up as a restrictive card, then they forcibly kept her right then and there, and it all went south. I wouldn't be surprised if the next card pops up as a card that held her back. Because also with the Moon card in the reverse, right, the Chariot card and its Moon and it's in the reverse, it does say that, nothing is hidden anymore. It's finally come to light. The premise of this invitation has come to light. Oh my God, she's telling me to open the curtain. I'm over this. I'm so over this. Yeah, in my face. I knew it. It's going to be in my face, in my eye, up my nostril, so you can see all my nose hair. Right? But okay, whatever, lady, whatever. That's fine. I'll endure this for you. Sorry, y'all. I was very clearly told go open the curtain, so it's not comfortable for me, but that's fine. Whatever the reason, maybe trying to shed light. Well, no wonder, because Well, because she says it finally came to light, the premise or the reason for them for invitation. So maybe y'all, sometimes I tell you, I truly feel like I'm losing my mind. I really feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm sure a lot of people who don't believe in astrology and tarot and all this stuff, tarot and astrology and all this stuff, they'll be like, okay, this lady is cuckoo. But let me tell you, for those of you who understand what telepathy, not telepathy, what mediumship, what being an empath and all that is, it's like we get pulled in 20 different directions and it's not necessarily fun. It is not fun. So I'm feeling very scattered, y'all. I don't know why. I'm feeling my energy is very scattered. I cannot explain. I do not know why my energy is so splattered. Splattered, scattered. And I don't understand why I'm saying, like, I meant to say scattered, but I'm saying splattered. No, I'm not losing my mind or anything like that, but in the sense that I'm okay here. But why is there that mix up of words? I wonder if she's trying to tell me there was a splattering of blood. I don't know. Oh my God, Four of Cups. Right? See? There. Four of Cups. Look at the clarity. Oh my goodness. With the Four of Cups, it does talk about, feeling unfulfilled. So when she realized the premise of why they had invited her to that, and she's like, oh my God, now I understand why. Then she probably felt like, oh shoot, this is wasted opportunity, right? Or rather, it's a waste that I came here and I'm not satisfied. I want to leave. Right? It didn't pay off. I was told that these people are connected in the industry, but clearly they're not. This is going somewhere else. Right? There was a lot of drinking happening there. Lot of drinking. Maybe that's what I'm picking up. You're right, Texas Patriot. I am feeling anxious. It's so weird. It's like weird. Yeah, I don't know where it is, honey. I don't know where it is. Let me go get it. Good idea. Hang on, y'all. Oh, wow. Puppy dog, are you passed out? You lucky boy, you. Thank you so much for reminding me. Hopefully it'll help. There you go, much better. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Thank you so much for reminding me. It does help. Oh my goodness, crazy. And I'll take it off because I'm not going to close those windows. I mean the curtains. There's a lot of drinking. Somebody else let me know if you all know. I haven't researched this I don't research these cases. She's telling me she's allergic to shellfish, particularly shrimp. She's telling, I don't know if that's recorded anywhere. I allergic to shellfish and she's saying shrimp. That's true, Ari. That's a high possibility. Maybe somebody doesn't want me to tell this story. And it's the weirdest thing, y'all. It's kind of a bit freaky because the jugular. I don't know whether it's this side or this side, whichever side it is. I don't know whose it is, but I see it pulsing. It's a weird sign. I don't know who it is. I cannot tell if it's male or female. All I'm being shown, all I can see is a jugular vein. I don't even know if it's this side or this side, but I can see the jugular vein pulse on the neck, side of the neck. I don't know whose neck it is. I don't know if it is male. I don't know if it is female, but it is kind of pulsing. And it's very unfortunate. Yes, Pauline, she actually used that word breed, and it's a very derogatory word, I think. But oh my God, I'm getting chills. Somebody said something like, Lady Sapphire says seafood iodine. Yeah. Lots of allergies go along with asthma. See, that's quite possible. She's saying she says she wanted to go use a restroom, so she walked by another room where the door was slightly open, but she didn't go inside. I don't know what kind of room what is in that room, whether it's an office or a bedroom, I don't know. But all I can see with the door cracked open a little, it's padded inside. It's like it's got, you know how we have a headboard, sometimes it's padded and it's got fabric on it. You know how they do again, here we go. I don't need to draw this, but I'm just using the back part. You see this right where, the squares, the fabric is pulled and in the middle there's a button over there. So the whole thing, she says, I saw a little bit. Bernie. So I'm going like this. It's a dark hallway. There are big walls over here. There's nothing on this side. It's a dark wall. Okay. I don't know why olive green pops up again. It's a dark wall and this door is cracked open. But see, the door is, so when she's going, oh my God. So if the door opens like this, so she's going, okay, she's going this way. This is a solid wall. Here's a door. If the door opens like this, then as she was walking ahead, she could see no, she passes by and she turns and looks, so the door opens this way, and that's where she sees it. And the next door is a bathroom. You get what I'm saying? So she passes by and then she looks. So if she was coming back, she could have seen into the room. You know what I mean? So she passes by and she turns and looks, and that's when she sees a crack in the door and she sees that upholstered. There we go. Oh, Brooks Z, I did not know that. I had no idea. So Brooksy says, I have read that she had an illegitimate child and the murderer knew she was lying when she denied having a child. That is why he cut her mouth like the... I don't know. I've never heard that story. Could be. They might have been sentenced to death, but as we know many times in history and historically, and it happens even till today, the wrong person gets pinned. You have the money and you have the power, you can get away with murder. Literally, you can get away with murder. But she very clearly told me that Hodel was not the only person over there. Yeah, she has no reason to lie. Absolutely no reason to lie. Why would she? Lot of alcohol. Lot of alcohol. She's not the only one who died in that house. She did die in that house. That's the 13, the death card. Oh my God. She died. She did. Remember, I said the Six of Swords. She did try to. She did try to leave, right? She was like, I'm over this. I need to leave. I need to get moving, but she didn't because she couldn't because she was killed. No, y'all. I don't care what anybody says. She died in that house, and I'm going to say maybe Hodel was not the only person in that house. That's okay, but he responsible? Yeah, he was. Whether they killed somebody, pinned this on somebody else or not, I don't know. Gypsy girl. Yeah, we need a YouTube channel for Bernie. See, oh my God. Intimate relations bound by blood. This was the intention. I will not be surprised if they really wanted to use her to have a child. Now, is it devil worship, satanic worship, or is it just to experiment, to be able to do some sort of a scientific experiment? Like she's a live specimen, a live lab rat. I don't mean to again be derogatory, but she's like she's maybe try some weird experiments on her and let her go out and live her life, and then you can keep monitoring her and watching her and see how she comes across. But there's a high possibility, but there's more to this, y'all. He is not the only person who's involved on this. He is not the only person. This is a group of people. It's not just him. She certainly felt betrayed. She certainly felt betrayed. I'm going to say it was, she didn't die like right away, in the sense that I'm not going to say that the day they killed her, they went and disposed of her. I'm going to say it's 3 days. She was being kept over there, they were doing whatever they were doing to her. She says she didn't feel any pain. So she was probably knocked out really, but she was still alive. This is getting a bit out of control right now. I don't know, y'all. I may make this video private after this, because this is kind of seriously getting a little out of control. What I'm seeing is people sitting around on wooden stools, like literally wooden stools. Okay? In the bath area, the flooring is squares, black and white checkered squares, and they're sitting around talking and smoking. I see somebody leaning against the sink, and it's not the dual sink or whatever. It is a old school pedestal sink, square sink, an oval mirror. I see that. Somebody standing leaning against that smoking. Here there's somebody sitting on that wooden stool, and there's somebody leaning over and doing that, and they're all having a great conversation and talking to each other. There's a lot of that going on, and tapping the cigarette and saying, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, that, all the while they are working on her. That's what I'm being shown. All the while working on her. The only thing, I don't know what these two people look like, but they're definitely men, because I see them wearing suits, okay, and they're perfectly dressed. But this one who's, I only see him leaning over, and I see the back of the hair and his dark hair. That's the only thing I see. But funny thing is, this person is also completely fully dressed in like dress clothes, like not a tuxedo or anything, like a suit. Like I'm sure those days they always wore suits, right? He's like dressed in a nice pair of suits. It's a light colored suit, okay? There is some wrinkling on the back of the suit. On the top I see some wrinklings, okay? I don't know what color shirt he's wearing, because I can't see, because I'm looking at him from top over here. And the funny thing is, like, his clothes look like clean. Like I can see when somebody is bending over this, you only see the top part and the hands. Like it's clean. It's clean, but I can see that there's something in his hands. It's not like things are splattered on him. That's so weird. I can even see a watch, a wristwatch. I'm going to go so far as to say it's not a black strap. It's a brown strap. Brown or metal? Brown. I'm going to stick with brown. Well, I'm being corrected. Metal. Metal strap. So, I don't know what type of a dial. I can't tell. It's the weirdest thing, y'all. I cannot tell if it's a round or a square dial. But I was thinking brown strap, but I was corrected. Metal strap. A gold metal strap. Snug. So weird. Who would if it isn't for somebody in the medical field who has the knowledge of how to use instruments, because precision, right? They'll know how to operate those or handle those instruments. Because if you were to send somebody over there to you and give them a surgical knife and say, go do something, they'll probably hack everywhere and everything is a big mess. But if you're trained in that field, you know exactly where to make the incisions and therefore not make a big mess, correct? I'm missing. Well, that's true. Sherilyn is probably a nurse. She probably knows. Oh, didn't know that. Didn't know that, Texas Patriot. Thank you, Diva. Could be. I haven't looked that up, Afrohuman. I have to see because she died on January 15th, 1947. So let's take a look. When does the Capricorn season end? Capricorn ends December 22nd to January. It starts December 22nd to January 19th. Typically, yeah. That's possible. See, that's what I said. 3 days. So, from the time she was initially deceased to the time they actually, wherever, it's not like they did her in today and they took her in today and disposed of her. I see that it has been 3 days. Yes, Auntie, that is, I'm not going to say it, I cannot say it, but yes. Yes. Oh, there we go. 9 of Pentacles. And this is, oh my God, Knave of Pentacles. So let's take a look at this. 9 of Pentacles does talk about luxury, self-sufficiency, pleasure, solo pleasure, financial gains, that sort of a thing. And when we talk about the Knave of Pentacles, which is a Page of Pentacles, it does talk about patience, doing something that is going to, energizing something to be able to start something afresh, doing something that is going to mobilize or initiate something where a new money can come in, a new project that's going to be profitable. Does it have to be profitable in terms of money, or could it be some other kind of profit? Y'all, I want to look at something. I want to see January 15, 1947, if it was anywhere close to a full moon or not. Full moon calendar for January 1947. We can all look this up on the internet, but I'm very curious to know. So January 1947, lunar calendar moon phases, right? So let's take a look. Hang on, everybody. I'm just looking it up on the internet, okay? So I just typed in moon phases in January 1947. You all can also look it up on your end. And she was found dead on the 15th, right? So hang on. So January 14th was last quarter moon, okay, in Libra, and January 15th, which is a Wednesday, waning crescent moon in Scorpio. Oh my God, okay, and you know what parts of the body the Scorpio rules? Genitals, the urethra, prostate, and I shouldn't say these words, but you know, where we have BMs, right? I have to be careful because I don't want YouTube to shut me down because, oh, she used a word that wasn't appropriate. See, remember I talk about, you know, the various body parts that are associated with different planets and different sun signs, but Scorpio is all about the sexual organs and that part. So imagine the pelvic area and sexual organs per se. So is it any wonder that all of that was completely cut up, right? And let's take a look. So January 7th, 1947, which was a Tuesday, it was a full moon and the full moon was in Cancer. Now listen to this. Parts of the body, stomach, the breast area, the womb, and the ovaries. This is freaking me out, y'all. Now, so if she was found on the 15th dead, so minus 3 days, that would leave us at the 12th, right? So 12th is a Sunday, waning gibbous moon, right, in Libra again, and the parts of the body again, kidney, urinary bladder, the veins, the skin, and urethra. Oh my God, I can't. This is crazy, y'all. This is just plain up crazy. We don't need any more validation than this. I mean, look at the parts of the body that have been mutilated, right? Thank you, Pauline. It'll come up like her face, right, from one corner of her mouth. Yeah, like the Glasgow smile, yeah. This candle I have going, y'all. This Yankee candle smells really good. And you know, remember I said when I did the Marilyn Monroe's reading, the candle flame was so steady. It never, there's no air, the windows are closed, nothing, no fan, nothing. This flame is flickering. I mean, not like flickering, it's just waving, constantly waving. Could be. Let's look at this some more because this is interesting. Oh my God, Texas Patriot, I didn't know that. How cruel. That is so cruel. What a bunch of AOs. Scout Inquirer, you didn't know about this case? Girl, everybody in America knows about this case generations later. That is so terrible. There's more to this, y'all. There's more to this case. Seven of Cups. So that talks about too many choices, too many commitments. The Temperance card, wanting to find balance. See, because you have too many choices and too many commitments, and now you want to find balance. See, now this is confirmed, the moon card, right? I mean, the knave of chalices, knave of pentacles. And when we talk about the lover's card, it does say bound by blood. It's not just a superficial lover's card and Gemini card, right? It's the duality and everything. So even if you look at it from the perspective of duality, right, you can say that absolutely, remember I said this person is a normal person in society, stalwart in society, will go to church, when do all those things, and on the dark side do all these nefarious activities. But I now understand why she said that I breed me or something like that. See, because this card does talk about duality, it does talk about lovers, okay? It's a lover's card. Come on, focus, camera. You can focus, you can do it, do it, camera. There. So it does talk about duality, it does talk about the lovers, it does talk about, being bound to somebody, and is almost being bound to somebody in a much more deeper level, like bound by blood, as they say, right? And then you have this knave of pentacles, right? And that's why this card, for some reason, clearly forced me to look up and see about the moon calendar for January 1947. There's a reason why they did what they did at that time. And this is to be able to almost like initiate something new for profit. So I wouldn't be surprised if this had something to do with all that cult business nonsense that, you know what I'm talking about, right? But the fact that there's so many cups over here, I'm also going to say that I wouldn't call it organ harvesting, but I would say using it for other purposes. Using it for other purposes. She says, I heard conversations about so she's saying two words. One is Sam and one is Susan. Okay, so I don't know who Susan was. I don't know who Sam is, but she's saying Sam is a female. Sam is a female. She says, I know that person was also killed in that house. That person went into the house and never left. Okay, I'm seeing a dress. It's a peach colored dress. It's got small puffed sleeves, a collar. Okay, I don't know how it opens or how this person is wearing. I'm seeing this person. It's got a very slim belt made out of the same fabric. It's a peach colored dress, but here's the thing. It's like an underlying thicker fabric, and on top it's almost like a very thin, the kind of fabric they make clear or sheer curtains out of, that type of fabric, but it's the same color. So it's almost like a thick, and then this overlay. And this person, I can see the sleeves. She's showing me the sleeves. It's like a puffed sleeve with a band here. Oh, I have to draw. Why do I have to show my drawing skills? Right? Oh my God. Why do I feel like I have to draw? Who am I trying to impress? Right? It's like a slightly flary dress, is this thing. But see, on top, but it's like a peach color. It's a thicker fabric underneath. It's not the slip. It's a thicker fabric, and the overlay is a gauzy kind of material. This is the kind of dress I'm seeing. God, y'all are going to laugh at me. I'm seeing this lady wearing this dress. I do not know who she is, but Susan and Sam, and she says Samantha. I don't know who that is. She's saying that I heard that she too went into the house and never came out. So I don't know who this person is. But this person It's not young like Elizabeth Short. This person is almost mid-30s. Oh, no, no. Not a V-neck dress, it's a round neck. Yeah, like a sheer overlay, like gossamer, yeah. Wait, what about what's going on with Sally? Somebody says be careful, Sally. So be safe, Sally. I don't know. Yes. Yes. Yes, Texas Patriot. Yes. That's what this was all about, experimenting with harvested organs. Yes. As you say that. So we have the Knave of Swords. They were trying to keep things away from prying eyes. They were trying to keep things quiet because people had started talking. There was some talk going around in certain circles, and they were trying very hard to keep everything hush hush. And they were trying to definitely keep things hush hush. Definitely, y'all. Elizabeth Short is not the only person who died in that house. I don't think Dr. Hodel killed just one person. I don't think he's the only one person involved in that. There are a couple of other people, stalwarts of society. Okay, and I'm also going to say that she is not the only person who died and went into the house and never came out alive. Yeah, it's true. It is true. You're right, Pauline. It is very, very scary, but it is true because I wanted to look at the moon phases. And this was done in the time of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. And again, don't go off on all people who are Capricorn. Not every Capricorn is a psycho. Not every Leo is a psycho. There's no, so let's not, please, I want to make that clear. There's no particular sign that's evil. Evil comes in all shapes and forms and sizes, and evil comes in all sun signs, right? So let's keep that in mind. It's not a demonic calendar. People, don't get your knickers twisted here. Think about it. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I take that back. Yes, there is, you could call it a demonic calendar. You can, because there's certain phases of the moon, there's certain phases, there are times in the year where these people tend to do like winter solstice, summer solstice, and spring and this that. There are specific times of year. Actually, if you pay attention, where there is going to be a raise in, why am I still wearing this? Right, there is going to be a increase in criminal activity. That's why they always say, like, you ask anybody in the EMT or the fire department or the police, they will always say they see an increase in crime during the full moon periods. And particularly when it is a blue moon or a gibbous moon or whatever different types of moon, you'll see at certain times, you'll see there's a spike in fires, like fires, structural fires. If you pay attention and if you chart it on the calendar and the various transitions of planets and the trajectory of the planets and the movements of the planets and the full moon and new moon and this and that, and if you look at it from that perspective, there is a pattern. I challenge y'all, disagree with me, go and check it out. You see a spike in structures. You see a fire in structures, a spike residential. Then sometimes you'll see a spate of commercial buildings fires. Then you will see a spate of floods or water related accidents or such, or calamities. There's a lot to it. And winter solstice, summer solstice, which time of the year, December 23rd is a very, very, very auspicious time for those, 22nd, 23rd. Very, very auspicious day for those who do all this crazy stuff. And you may ask, well, Kirtana, how do you know that? Because those are the days where I do what I need to do to protect myself from those energies. because that's when they are most powerful, they are the most active. So when they are most powerful and they are the most active is when I have to do more to protect myself. Pauline, you and I have to talk after. Yeah, Texas, that was interesting, isn't it? Yeah, that's true, my Manx. It's a calendar, it's a tool. Absolutely. Yes, yes, we are coming to that. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That is the initiation process. Y'all, this is not a case of hang on. No, she's saying stop. Oh well. Just as I was going to say, and then we have the Knight of Swords. Did you notice the number of swords, the energy I'm getting over here? Look at the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords here very clearly says somebody who has the ability to make quick changes, lifestyle changes, quickly change a person's life trajectory. A fast-talking person, somebody who's not afraid to take on a challenge, somebody who's not afraid to make a decision and not be worried about it. Let me show you all the swords card. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's a cups. This is a cups. Pentacles. 2 cups. Swords. So it's cups and swords, y'all. And pentacles. Yeah, cups, swords, and pentacles. Yeah. So I have 5 swords cards. Okay. 2, 3 pentacles. Okay. 1 wand. Okay. Then I have all these cups card, 4 cups. Lots of swords energy. So weird. Let's continue. There's more to come. I don't know who Sam or Samantha is or Susan is. I don't know who that is. You all have to let me know what that is all about. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Samantha Mack, and welcome. Sassy T, BC Free, thank you. Yes, I'm going to answer Texas Patriots question. Show me. Yeah, Samantha, you can. And for Zelly, I have to thank Inabag for pointing that out to me. Inabag, I meant to call you and talk to you after I did a reading for your family member, but I never got around to it, and that's my bad. Oh my goodness, I never got around to it. Oh, was it Elizabeth Ann Short? Oh, hold on. 11. Right. So 7 plus 11, 18 plus 1, 9. 9. Okay, so when we look at her ninth, she's a Leo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Aries and 9th house talks about distant. She didn't stand a chance, y'all. Poor thing, she didn't stand a chance. Yes, thank you, Sherilyn. Yes, because when y'all make donations on first and foremost, thank you so much, everybody, for your donations. I really appreciate y'all. And when y'all make donations via YouTube, they take 30%. So, Zelle doesn't take any percentage, but PayPal takes a small service fee. So when you donate on PayPal, say it's for friends or family. But I also want to say somebody, I don't know who it is. I don't know whether I should mention the person's name, but girl, I got your email. One of you kind folks, when she said, when she found out that PayPal, YouTube takes 30% of all the super chats and donations made via YouTube, she decided to withdraw her donation, and then she made a donation via PayPal. So that was very, very kind of her. I don't know if I responded to her email. If I didn't get back to you on that, I sincerely apologize. But YouTube takes 30%, and PayPal, they charge a nominal fee unless you very specifically say it's for friends and family. But Zelle doesn't take a percentage. However, regardless of which way you pay, I am taxed on it, which is fine. I have no problem paying taxes. I don't want the tax man going after me, so that's fine. Yeah, Zelle is free, yeah. What Sharon says, yeah, thank you, Sharon, for sharing that, because I didn't know. I couldn't find a middle name either. I don't know how you got that. Let's ask about cannibalism and such. Show me, please. Actually, I'm going to do this. Woo! Wait, I'm missing something. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they do take 30%. So weird the way the shells are falling. Are you serious? Texas Patriot, to answer your question, my shells are telling me yes. It's actually scary, because it's not just whether they're up, it's not just whether they are like that or whether they are like that, It's not whether they are face up or face down. It's also the pattern that they lay, and it's weird. But to answer Texas Patriot, I can't say it. But your question, yes. Yes, again. Oh my God, this is a nasty bunch of people, y'all. Yes, again. Somebody has been disposed of in water, like taken offshore. Los Angeles, we know, is a seaside city. Somebody was taken off and dumped in the ocean. There are three principal characters. Hodel is yeah. Yes, again. I gotta stop with that. Oh my God, I'm losing everything now. Okay. Okay, Bunny, calm down. Whoa, watch out, baby. Okay. I can't say it's Starlight, but scroll up and see what Texas Patriot has. So one thing I am she's telling me was they used to have these little dinky boats. Well, it's not dinky, but it's not a yacht. It's those little boats that they would go off into the bay or wherever they were allowed to, and they would have little picnics. And she goes, it always tasted funny. She goes, this is not the first time that she has gone to his house. She has known him. She says, I remember now, I can say that what I tasted that day when I went on the boat ride wasn't just cold cuts. So I don't know Scout and Inquirer, but then she says that she didn't feel anything. So yeah, I'm sure they cut because we see the pictures, but I think that she must have been completely. All right. Yeah. Oh my God. Are you going to give me trouble picking up? So I have the Ten of Wands. Right? See, these are the type of colors she would wear. Right? See? These dark purples and dark blacks and this kind of a color. Ten of Wands. Then I have the Fool card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Cups. So what she says is, okay, with the Ten of Wands, there was a lot of burdens. There was a lot of stress, a lot of burdens, okay? And then we have the Fool card, wanting to start afresh. And then with the Seven of Cups. So she's saying that she was a little bit burdened because she wanted to make it. She didn't have exponential amount of disposable income where she could just go and do whatever she wanted. So the stress was on because she had to make it or break it, right? And who was going to take care of her? What's going to happen? It wasn't easy. So, trying to get some bloke or the other to take her out for dinner or this or that or whatever. Yeah, and she says she has prostituted herself. She very clearly says she has. Okay, and she said, well, I had to do it. If I can get $20, that made my day, because $20 could have paid for my weekly whatever. So she says she has, and she says I was in a situation where I've come all the way here to make a life, and I didn't have a choice, but I had to do what I had to do to survive. But she says she was very determined. She was very determined, and she goes, many a time that fool, I'm going to call him a fool. Many a time he said that that he was attracted to her because she was a very determined lady. She was very determined. And and I also think that somebody from the movie industry, I don't know how high up in the hierarchy of the studios this person was placed, was also connected with Hodel. It's not just Hodel, there are a few big names over there involved. And so she said, I had to do whatever I had to do to be able to start a new life. And she said she really didn't much care for Hodel because he was much older than her. But she says, I knew that he had money. I knew that he was well connected in the studios. So I was willing to explore that opportunity and do what I had to. And she says he envisioned, or he painted this picture that he was going to be able to help me get ahead in my career. And when they had these discussions, and she said, I don't mind playing the vamp, I really don't mind. Oh, that is so weird. Hang on, everybody. Okay. She said, I don't mind, y'all, somebody tell me, because when I'm looking at my camera, this is my Sony camera, right? And I have my computer screen so I can see your chats here. Sony camera is the one that is filming all of this. I am actually seeing the inside of the lens pull back and come forward, but I'm not seeing the focus and refocus on the video. This is the weirdest thing. I've never seen that happen. Anywho, so she was willing to do what she needed to be able to get ahead in her career so that she could survive and do what she had to do to survive, right? And then Seven of Cups. So she says he painted this picture of, you have so many opportunities, you have so many options. One of the options is to, I can call up and ask them to give you an opportunity, to be able to open the door and get a foot in the movie industry. But it would be easier for you to come join us. Look at all of this. I can make sure, set you up, do all of this. And that's where the breeding thing came. That's why they were grilling her and asking her if she had had a child, she had had a child, she had had a child. Who is a person at that time? I don't know. I have to go and research this. In Hollywood, I don't know which studio it is. I'm going to say A as in Alpha, H as in Hotel, and T as in Tom. Some studio head at that time who either had the first name, middle name, or last name. Or it could have been a studio. A, H, or T. That person is involved. Wait, I'm missing. Okay, what's going on? What? Hey, Karen. Yes, we can. Absolutely. Okay, I missed Nicole Howard. Okay. What? This Nicole Howard. Just get rid of her. Cancer. Yeah. Daybells. Ooh, Starlight, that is graphic. Oh my God, I did not know that. Ooh, girl, that is okay. And okay, I will call you, Pauline. I will call. Well, I suppose Scout Inquirer, you can tell, right, in post-op whether certain injuries occurred post-mortem or not. You can tell, I suppose so. But I didn't know that they cut her mouth while she was still alive. Yinabug, will the truth ever come? Dark jewel tones. Yeah, dark jewel tones. Will the truth ever? No, that's not going to happen. No. See, just as I said, will the truth ever come? I got the three of swords, unless somebody inside betrays them. Y'all, if I ever get an opportunity to go into the Hodel's house, like to do what I've done in some other instances, I would love to do that, because who knows, maybe I will get a chance. Mom's greenhouse, hello. Could be. But there was a very specific, she goes, there's a very, very specific reason why they chose her, because of her dark hair and the way she presented herself. There was a very, very particular reason. Maybe she would have been competition. Yeah, could be. And then we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So Five of Cups does talk about loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned, unloved. In the reverse means you don't feel loss, you don't feel regret, there is no grief, none of that. Yeah, I wish I could. If I ever get a, yes. Oh, I didn't know Ghost Adventures did it, but I would love to go and do that. I would. Absolutely. And if I ever get an opportunity to do that, I would. And I would most certainly film it. And no, this is way too many cards. No, I'm taking it. I wish I could do that. Does she have a brother? Does Elizabeth Smart have a brother? actually, maybe I should look around where I stay if I can do a location reading next time. If somebody calls me on one, I'm going to ask them if I can do my own recording and see. Auntie is like, yeah, do it. Oh, four sisters. I didn't know about that, but she keeps talking for young man, and I don't know whether it is a brother, but I sense it is. Maybe she thought of him as a brother. You know, let me tell you the name of this. Hang on. The one other building that I wanted to do, always wanted to do, and I lived in California for so many years, and for some reason never got an opportunity to actually go and do I've been to this hotel, but I never got an opportunity to actually do a reading there. Is a Coronado Hotel in California, in San Diego. If there's any other building that I want to do a reading in, is actually going to be the Coronado Hotel. Y'all, do give me a thumbs up, y'all. Oh my God. Okay, Noble C says Alfred Joseph Hitchcock. What were the initials? I think I said A and H and T. A as in Alpha, H as in Howard, and T as in Tom. We'll find out. 100% the occult is involved in this, without a doubt. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to take one of the insiders to actually let the cat out of the bag, literally betray this bunch of people, and they will most definitely, that's when things are going to. Oh, I didn't know about that. Okay, I'm going to ask a couple of other questions. Hang on, everybody. There was a lot of violence in that house. Absolutely, a lot of violence in that house. And the King of Cups, see, he keeps popping up as a dang King of Cups. Where is that fool? What is his face's name? October 10th, right? So he was a Libra. I can't stand that guy. He's really very creepy. Hang on, I'll show you these cards. Thank you, Mom's Greenhouse. Oh, I know. I never think about it. Crystal pink. Everybody, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. Giving me a thumbs up really helps. So and it really helps. So of course I don't want you to give me a thumbs up, because I'm telling you, if you genuinely think that what I'm doing is really worth your time, then yes, I don't want to force anybody to giving, like, you know what I mean. Yeah, I doubt if they will betray though. I'm going to do one for Aleister Crowley. I will. He's another. That's going to be something else. Leslie, you're right. That generation, they're probably all. Oh my God. They're probably all dead now. But it's not to say that there's something written, something recorded, something kept somewhere. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Hang on. So Eight of Pentacles, right? In the Eight of Pentacles in the upright, it talks about mastering your craft, focusing on your work, and continuing to go. But in the reverse, clearly they have stopped. See, a lot of abuse in that house. The King of Chalices, his work has been completely cut off. No more in the reverse. I am surprised Stephen Hodel's book was allowed to be published and that no attempts were made on him. I'm really surprised. Thank you, Noble C. I didn't know that, Starlight. I did not know that. She again shows me that dang thing pulsing, the jugular. Now Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain, and solo pleasures is in the reverse. So that means once that fellow died, like whatever he was doing, it's all come to an end. So yeah, I agree. Maybe yeah, second time the Eight of Pentacles is coming out reverse. The people have died, but there's somebody somewhere who has some actual evidence. So I don't know if that will ever be released. If they release that, then everything is out in the open. Oh, I did not know that the house was built by Frank Lloyd Wright. Wright's wife was part of a cult that centered around Aztec sacrifice. George Hodel was friends with him. I did not know that. So I wonder that other lady I was seeing, what is his wife's name? Oh my God. Hang on. Here we go. Hang on. Let's look at that. Hang on. Oh God, what is his name? Hang on. I want to look it up. As we see, Frank Lloyd Wright. Oh my God, no, I don't want to see images. I want to see. Wikipedia, show me Wikipedia. Show me. Right. So he would have been married to, say, 1889 to 1922, he was married to Catherine Wright. 1923 to 1927, he was married to Maud Miriam Wright. And 1928 to 1959, he was married to Olgivanna Lloyd Wright. This guy just, no time wasted between relationships. He just hip-hopped from one relationship to another. But see, I kept hearing Susan and Sam, so I don't know what is her last name. Let's see. Wikipedia. Hang on, y'all. I'm trying to find Olga Ivanova. Okay, no, y'all. I don't know. Okay. So, any questions? Any particular questions? Yes, I heard the fact that the house was built for somebody else, but somehow fell into this fool's hands. Yeah, she was definitely. But she's telling me that she didn't feel any pain, so that's what makes me believe that maybe they sedated her and she was out of it, so she didn't feel it. I don't know. After you, it's actually pretty impressive. Okay, I have never been to that house. I want to see a complete inside. Do any of y'all have any questions? Yeah, that jugular thing, and so many cups card came out and the swords card came out. It's like, yeah. Any specific questions? Texas Patriot is like on top of it. Yeah, they will never found. See, Auntie, I'll tell you something about reincarnation. Not every person who passes is going to be reincarnated. So, let's just leave it there. Y'all, I'm going to get into a oh my god, I'm going to get into a little bit of personal information, and I don't want you all to kind of be upset with me. See, we have the Knight of Cups, a lot of Cups cards, yo, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So Seven of Swords does talk about betrayal, dishonesty, running away, etc. in the reverse. So no more running away. It's all gone, over and done with. And then the Knight of Chalices. I wonder if this is the Knight of Chalices is Hodel's son. I wonder if it is Hodel's son. Let me see. I don't know what AHT means. It doesn't. It could be a name, a middle name, a last name. It doesn't have to be all together. Let me see if it's. Yes, they can. Gypsy Girl, they can. But hang on. So it's funny. I don't know when Hodel's son was born. Was he? So let me show you. This, I got the little hand sign. Okay. I got 0, 7, and 5. Oh, shoot. Oh no. And 5. So, Gypsy Girl, so if they do reincarnate, can they still communicate? Yes, they can. Absolutely, they can. Absolutely. So, let me look up this one thing because I have a feeling. So, how old is Hodel's son though? Hang on. Is he 75? I don't know. George Hodel's children. Steven. Hang on one second. Duncan. Give me 1 second, okay? It doesn't tell me the name. So it doesn't. I want to say, so he had Michael P. Hodel, John D. Hodel, Stephen K. Hodel, and George Kelvin Hodel. So, oh my God, this Hodel guy had how many wives? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wives? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm confused. I just want to know how old is Stephen Hodel. Let's take a look at it. Give me 1 second. Stephen Hodel. Okay, Stephen Hodel is 80 years old. He is the son of George Hodel. So he was born in 1941. But who was born in 1950 or 1957? I don't know. Because 705, what is the address of the Hodel house? It says 5121 Franklin Avenue. So I don't know what this means, y'all. I don't know what this means. I don't know why we are saying those numbers. So let's not fret about that, because then that's a rabbit hole we're going to go down. Let's go back to this. Yeah, 1941. Thank you, Texas Patriot. Okay, so let me set that aside. Okay, so any specific questions? Oh, I did not know that, Diva. Yeah, the son's name is Steven. He's got a whole bunch of kids. I'm sure you do, Vicky. I'm sure you do. Okay, any specific questions? Hi, Kathleen. I don't know if they're all alive. I'm sure they've all passed, but I'll tell you one thing, Pauline. I don't think that when they passed, the whole thing came to an end. It's almost like passing on the baton to somebody else to take on. So when I said somebody's going to betray them, it may not be that particular generation. There's a possibility that whoever they pass the baton to might, you know how now everybody and their puppy dog is coming out from Scientology saying that it's all a bunch of this and that and all that. So there is a possibility somebody could come out. But that's the thing. Do they have the nerve to come out and basically betray the organization or the group of people and say actually so and so? There is some evidence, something written somewhere, maybe some pictures, maybe some, film, don't know. I should go and buy that book to read. No, it's not Hodel's son. Hodel's son had nothing to do with the killing. Yes, Jacqueline, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Any specific questions? No, Sherilyn, I did not say Hodel's son is the one responsible for her death. No, that's not what I said. Oh, I didn't know Texas Patriot. We should go look at his Facebook page then. We're not doing any personal readings today, people. What is Florentine nightclub? I don't even know what that is. Okay, we'll ask. Oh, it was Dr. Hodel. Yes. He was definitely part of it. Whoever those two people admitted to murdering, I am not going to buy that. Yeah. Florentine Hotel, there's somebody called Manson. Manson or Mason. The Hermit in the reverse. The Four of Wands. The Ten of Wands in the reverse. Devil card in the reverse. The Knave of Chalices. Dang, this Knave of Chalices. I wonder if this is Hodel's son. He keeps popping up all the time. And the Four of Pentacles. So when I asked about the Florentine Hotel, the first thing that came to my mind was Mason or Manson. And I see like a waiter in his uniform. So I don't know if there was somebody called Mason or Manson who was around that time and who served all these so-called big people. I don't even know what the Florentine Hotel is. It a nightclub, like a whatever, or is it somewhere where all these fancy people went to? Then we have the Hermit card in the reverse. Now, as we know, the Hermit card talks about, it's a Virgo card, right? And she's a Leo, and Virgo is the second house. And the second house talks about possessions, money, earning ability, values, talents. It's in the reverse. All that cut down. Four of Wands is success, of course, as we know. Then we have Ten of Wands. Totally contradictory. Then we have the Devil card in the reverse. Oh my God, the Knave of Chalices and Four of Pentacles. You know, I don't know what it is about the Florentine Hotel, whatever kind of hotel that is, but there's something tied to that hotel. I don't know what it is. I cannot tell you, but I do believe that I wouldn't be surprised if this Hodel guy, the senior, went there a couple of days before he bailed out of the country. I wouldn't be surprised if he did bail out of the country before he went there, because he felt like, I better haul whatever. And I'm going to say with the Knave of Chalices, I feel it is Stephen Hodel. I feel like this thing has been a monkey on his back. Like it's a cross he's had to bear. I don't think Stephen Hodel in any way, shape or form is anything like his father. But this has weighed heavily on his soul. And he has tried to he has had to bear the, I wouldn't say sins of his father, but carry this weight on his shoulder, knowing very well that his father is the one who's responsible for not just her death, but other deaths too. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, I'm going to say, yes, Stephen Hodel may have disclosed a lot. He may have written books. He may have made money off those books, whatever. I don't care. But let me tell you, there's a lot of information that Stephen Hodel has withheld from those books. This is keeping secrets, holding on, right? He hasn't said everything that he knows in the book. He has kept back some information. He's not going to release that information. I doubt. I don't know Texas Ma. I don't know all these Hollywood people. I don't know what their names are. No, Charles Manson has nothing to do with this. Please, let's not get confused. She is fine. She's a tough cookie. She's a tough cookie. She says, I thought I was tough. I could take on these people. Little did I realize there's a lot more power. There are a lot more powerful people than those who think they have the power. So, yes, I know about that, Cindy Sue. I think I mentioned that even in Dr. Hodel's reading that I did. I think I mentioned all of that. This organization wasn't public with their death. They didn't go public with their death. They did not. Oh, you mean like why did they dispose of her thing? See, that was a very interesting question, and I wanted to mention that earlier, but somehow I got distracted. Why did they not dispose of her quietly and actually made her out in the public? Well, here's the thing, the instructions were given very clearly to dispose of her somewhere else, but while whoever was responsible, the gophers, to go dispose of her, they were spooked. So because they were spooked, because they felt somebody saw them or whatever, they just dumped her and ran off. That's how she was found over there. She wasn't placed there to teach somebody a lesson or nothing. They were supposed to carry us. Oh my God, I'm getting the chills. They were supposed to carry her somewhere else and dispose of her. But they either felt somebody was following them or somebody was watching them or somebody might have seen her. So they flipped and they just dumped her there. Now somebody else said, I know this is graphic. They said there was feces found in her stomach cavity. I don't know about that and I'm not asking that question. Yeah, Auntie, when the police, when George Hodel found out that he was a primary suspect, he took off, he bailed out of the country. And y'all, we said, don't see, here's the thing about asking questions like that. Time and again, I have said, when you are moving around in certain circles, you have the influence, the power, and the money. Come on. You can literally kill and get away with it. All right, everybody. Any other questions? Because I want to actually end it. I don't want this to go until 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock because I know today is, what is that, the Super Bowl, right? So I'm sure a lot of people want to go and watch and stuff. And do I want to go and watch Super Bowl? I'm not really a big fan, but I'll watch here and there. But I have other videos I need to record and get out to, so I'm probably going to be stuck in my office doing that. So, Bob Crane. Who is Bob Crane? Let me look that up. Bob Crane. Oh, okay. Let's see who Bob Crane is. I have no idea who Bob Crane is. American actor, drummer, radio personality, and disc jockey. I don't know, we'll see. Not really on my radar at the moment. What did I have? I'm missing some. Hey, Candy. Her autopsy said she was never pregnant and never had children. I didn't sense that. It's Super Bowl, yay! Hey, Afro-Human. Rock and Robin. Rock and Robin, I haven't seen you in a while. Girl, good to see. You know who? Spirit Moon, I haven't seen her. I sent her a text also. She hasn't responded. Maybe I'll call her and see how she's doing. I sent her a text message. I said, girl, I haven't heard from you. I haven't seen you. I hope everything is all right. And she didn't respond. So, my pleasure. Hey, Holly Ann, you've been quiet. You just popped up. Good to see you. Candy Garrison, Ina Bug, Sherilyn Schaffner, Sassy T, BC Free, Diva 369, Sandra M, Auntie, of course, Ina Bug, Susie Q, Leslie Bonito, Brooksy, Delvin, Pauline Robb, Texas Patriot, as always, thank you, Cindy Sue, Texas Mom, Afro-Human 2, Ina Bug, I mentioned Starlight, Tainted Meat, Vicky, Jacqueline Nell, Anita Blunt, hey girl, My Manx 100, Jacqueline Nell, yes I did, Cindy Sue, yes, okay, I mentioned your name. Yeah, Vicky, hello, and thank you. And for those of you who donated, thank you so very much. You know I always appreciate you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. I mean, Kathleen Cheney, Meredith Saget Design, Hager, probably, Scout Inquirer, Queen of Wands, Leslie Bonito, who am I missing? Rock and Robin, of course, Auntie, then Tainted Meat, Persephone, Elena, Mom's Greenhouse. Who am I missing? I guarantee I'm going to miss some. Vivid Dreamer. So Laverne, Delvin, Crystal Pink, Scarling Wolf, Terry Newcomb, Lucky Lady 1001, Starlight, Star Miller, Brooksy, I think I mentioned her name, Jay Stewart. You know, y'all, I have to say, there is quite a bit, and okay, when I say what I'm about to say, I don't want you all to get upset with me. Karen Cowie, let me see who else. Let me just shout out to all you folks. Nicole Howard. If I'm missing anybody's name, y'all know it's not done on purpose. I just missed it, type of thing. Sharon Zach. Thank you, Sharon, for finding her name. You know, Elizabeth Ann Short. I don't know why I couldn't find her thing. So the past couple of days, you know, when I, like I said, thanks to Texas Patriot, she's the one who said, let's do, why don't you do Elizabeth Short on Sunday, give her that, you know, silver screen. So I decided to do that, and I have been having some, okay, so let me dial it back. Sometimes it's so weird that the people who we really want to speak to, they don't want to talk to us. I've said this time and time and again. We cannot just pick up the phone and say, hey, Jane Doe, your granddaughter, your grandson wants to talk to you. Do you want to speak? We can't do that. It is so weird. I've done quite a few readings, and those of you who have had readings from me, y'all can vouch for this. Sometimes we are busy doing a reading and they don't even ask, you know, I want to connect with so and so. No, they don't even ask. Pop in my head, somebody pop in, and then I ask them, who is this person? This is what this person looks like, or this is what I can either see their profession, or they show me personal things that only this individual would know. Or they talk about a personal item, or a specific food they like, or a specific type of car, or a color of car, or even a favorite, the color of a shirt or jewelry, and specific, like what kind of a gemstone or what color, whether it is earrings, ring, necklace, bracelet, watch. You know, I won't necessarily know the brand of the watch unless they specifically tell me, but I can describe it. So a lot of people may say, well, Kirtana, that's all general stuff. You can just pull it out of your back pocket and it might fit. But 100% of the time, the people I've been doing readings for will be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yes, this is so-and-so. Yes, this is so-and-so. A couple of times people have said, no, I don't know what that is. I can. And I always said, that's okay. After you hang up the phone, after we are done in the consultation or whatever, if you recollect or you figure something, I mean, you don't need to force it to fit, but it'll come to you. Send me an email, whether you know now who it is or absolutely not. And let me tell you, that 1% that I don't know, they will email me later and they'll say, oh my God, yes, I had to think about it because I didn't connect the dot. I didn't realize it's been 20 years ago or 30 years ago, or this person passed before I was even born, but so I had to call my aunt or my uncle or my mom or my father and ask them about it, and yes, everything you said is true. So that happens. There are other times where nothing. People will call very specifically saying, hey, I want to connect with so-and-so, I want to connect with so-and-so. I always tell them there are no guarantees. If you want to connect with Mima may be busy sitting there sipping gin and juice and talking to that young hunk, right? And Grandpa will come through because he wants to talk, and Mima may not be giving him the time of day and say, I've had enough of you in the physical world for 45 years. You go away. I have this young man who I can talk to. You know what I mean? I'm being funny, but not disrespectfully, you know, in a respectful, but, you know, so she may not want to talk, and Grandpa will step forth and he has 101 things to talk. I've had cases where people they'll be like, I don't know anybody by that name in my family. And I always say, could it be a neighbor? And they'll go, Oh my God, yes. Yes, this neighbor of mine, yes, he or she passed 2 years ago. Yes, this happened. So it's weird. Now, having said that, when we talk about times when, we do these readings for these people, right? I cannot sit here and look you in the eye and say 100% of the time they connect right away. A lot of times I am blocked. A lot of times I cannot connect. A lot of times they don't want to talk. I just see images. I just see like pictures, a sequence of events, or pictures, specific things, and then it all kind of comes together. Sometimes they just don't want to talk. Sometimes it's just poof, energy is gone, dissipated. I can't do anything about it. So when the energy goes like that and the energy is dissipated, I forget about it. But sure enough, a couple of days, a couple, 2, 3 days, whatever, weird stuff happens in the house. Weird stuff, right? And then I'll be like, okay, what the heck? And then when I take a moment and sit and think about it, then I kind of say, all right, okay, I got it, thank you. Like, remember that horrible person, that Lori Vallow? I did not want to do a reading for her. I did not want to do a reading for her. I actually I think I had just finished doing a reading for some other case. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you whether it was another summer case or it was, what is the name of that fellow who's in prison for murdering his wife? That other husband and wife team. Oh my God, I forget his name. With the 2 daughters, he's now out on bail. So I think I had finished a reading for her or something like that. But this dang Lori Vallow woman, I think she just kept popping in my head, popping that whole night, and I did not want to do a reading for her. And sure enough, the next day I did. So I don't control these energies. I don't control. I can do a reading, yes. Even now, I can take out a deck of cards and I can do a reading for anybody. Pick a name, Charles Manson, somebody said, or somebody else. Yes, I can. But can no psychic, if, again, my opinion, can say that 100% of the time they are able to connect, or the person we want to connect with will connect with us. Sometimes they just don't. So it's weird how that comes through. And it's like I asked, did she have a brother? And somebody said, no, she had 4 sisters. I don't know who the brother is. I don't know who, but she says she looked at him as a brother, or she considered him the brother. I honestly don't know. So it takes some research. Having said that, do I research? I don't research. I honestly don't have the patience. And secondly, why would I? Because whatever I need to know, the cards will show me. In fact, Texas Patriot, she has asked me so many times, shall I send you the information? And she can vouch for it. Shall I send you the information? I'll be like, no, don't tell me. And I just need a name, if you have the date of birth, and if you have a picture. That's all I need. And when shall I say? Sometimes she's just sent it literally after I've started the reading, or 15 minutes or half an hour before the reading. So because I'm like, I don't need it, my cards will tell me. So I know I've received a couple of emails from a couple of people in the past couple of weeks saying, well, that's all fake. Listen, you're entitled to your opinions, right? These are my observations and my opinions. You'll say, oh, science can disprove it. Okay, then let science disprove it. But science is unable to prove it. Well, science is unable to disprove it too. So, stuff. So, so I don't know why I had to explain that, but I just had a need to. Afro-human. What? I missed something about Afro-human. Something's going on. Girl, how are you doing? Hey, Linda Kane. Afro-human. Something about Santa M. Good night. So, Linda, we're just about closing. Oh, Afro-human. I'm so glad. I am so glad that, there's closure, as difficult as it is. Yeah, that's true, but, sometimes explaining things may help. Oh, Barry Morphew. Yes, the Morphew case. Yeah, I forgot his name for a second. Yeah, those 2, oh my God, crazy. Watts. Yeah, you're right. Gypsy girl, you're so right. So, let me say, So shall we call it 10-4 so we can all go? I want to watch the puppy bowl. Okay, so let's just end it on that note. Gypsy girl. That's so true. It's about validation. That's true. Star Miller, well said. All right, y'all, I'm going to call it a 10-4 so we can all go and watch the Raynona says she was taking a nap. Well, girl, a little too late because we are just closing down. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, Scowling Wolf. Everybody, if I missed Tainted Meat, if I missed any of your names, I truly apologize. No particular reason, I just missed it. So thank you, each and every one of you. Much love to you. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next live. Don't forget, Monday, the 14th, I am going to have a live. I haven't posted it, but I will post it. It's going to be live at 7 p.m. I'm not going to do it for long. It's just going to be maximum an hour and a half. I didn't ask Texas Patriot if she can pop in, but if she doesn't, that's okay. And you know what? She's going to because she's just so committed. She's such an awesome person. Thank you, Texas Patriot. I do not know if I tell you enough how much I truly appreciate you. And it's been a pleasure. I mean, we just kind of just gravitated towards each other from the very get-go. We kind of just understood each other, and that is just so awesome. And also, y'all, you folks, you know who you are, right? I'm not going to mention your username, but y'all know Karina and Mato's sister, Linda. Y'all know. Thank you so much, and I do appreciate y'all. And Debbie, if she's watching, and y'all have my number. And whenever I tell you, call me whenever or text me whenever, you know. I truly appreciate you. So happy Valentine's, everybody. So tomorrow, Cuba Lakeland, hello. So tomorrow, I'm going to do I'll post it right now. So tomorrow's reading or live is not going to be an astrology reading or anything. It's just delving into compatibility and that sort of stuff. I figured why not do something talking about relationships, because in all honesty, a lot of people struggle with relationships, things didn't work out. They thought it was the relationship. It didn't pan out. Whys and wherefores. This is general because we are not looking at people's specific charts, right? We're just looking at the compatibility, what we need to look at, the misconceptions and the perceptions and that sort of a thing. It's just going to be simple stuff, right? For an hour and a half max. So if you all want to join, do join. I would appreciate it. So let me stop gabbing on. Take care and go and enjoy and watch the puppy bowl. All right, everybody. Bye for now. Good night. All right, I'm going to log out. All right, in this